Everybody, this is Sarah Griffith from Scaped Outdoors, and today I wanted to come on and talk to you about our upcoming igloo rentals and give you some ideas of how you might be able to use these with your own family or friends, and just give you kind of like a list of ideas of what might be good activities to do when renting the igloo. So, the first thing that I want to say is that at our core, at Scaped Outdoors, we really care most about creating spaces for families to have more opportunities for love and connection and memory making and just simply spending time together. And at its core, we do that on a large scale. But the igloos are really like a small scale version of that. And so I want you to see the connection because here's what I am finding that the world is craving connection. Families are investing in their backyards, they're investing in these larger projects that we build for them, for one reason. And at its core, it's that they want to have a place to make memories with their family. Yes, they want a pool. Yes, they want a fireplace. Yes, they want these cool features. But when you really get into it with a client, I always discover they don't want the fireplace. They want to sit around the fireplace with their kids and make memories, or they want to be the house where everyone comes to with the big swimming pool and the beautiful pavers around it. It's not about the product, it's about what's happening because of the product. And so we understand that. And that's what we cater to. And so this opportunity for us to do these igloos is that on a small scale. It's giving somebody the gift of that for just one evening instead of the lifetime that like we currently give them right now. And so what I want to do now is I just want to walk you through some things that you might want to do if you decide to rent the igloo, or if you're up in the air of like, I don't really know what I would do with it. This should help. So the first thing that I will say is that number one, I'm going to strongly encourage you to make the igloo a surprise. We are in this generation where it's very rare that we're surprised anymore, and so if you can pull this off, where you surprise your friends, or you surprise your spouse, or you surprise your kids, I think it will be I know it will be incredibly exciting for them. But I actually think the excitement of the surprise for you, the one who's planning it, will be something really enjoyable. So that's my first tip: is if you can, don't tell anyone you're doing this, and just let them be blown away and get and experience that feeling when they walk in the backyard and they're like, oh, what is this? This is so cool. So that's my first thing that I want to say. Next, I really want to encourage this of you. So what we will have in the igloo is every igloo will have, it will have this ring light stand, and it will have a clip for your cell phone. It will be towards the entrance of the igloo. That has one purpose. It's to take pictures, because hopefully this is an intimate thing, and you'll want a photo. So you'll want to photograph this night. So that's what that's for. But I don't want you to spend the whole night on your phone. I really want you to take the photos, use the light, but then I want you to take all of your phones, whoever's there, and there will be a bin there for you. It has a little latch on it, and that bin is going to be where I encourage you to put your cell phone. I really want you to use this igloo as an opportunity to connect, not a distracted connect, but a full on night of connection. I think it will be such an incredible gift for everybody who gets to be a part of it. And I think keeping your phones out of it would be a really great idea. Sure, I'd love for you to make content. Sure, I'd love for you to take photos, but once you do those things, lock it up and put it away so you can be present with those people who are there with you in this moment. So what I'll do now is I'll go down the list. So the ideas, and I want to say this too. When we were deciding to do this, I definitely tossed around the idea of like having a collaboration with restaurants or a bakery or a charcuterie company. Like, I tossed around all those ideas and I haven't totally written them off, but for now, as we're launching and figuring this out, I decided to just let the igloo be the igloo. The igloo comes with all of the beautiful settings. It's got the play setting, it's got the decor. If you want to add on extra, you can do the fire pit, but like, it is the event. It's on you to decide what happens in the event space and how you use it. And so One of the things that I would encourage you to do, and again, this just is going to depend on your age group too, but I would encourage the idea of cookie decorating. I think that inside the igloo would be a really fun place to decorate holiday cookies. So that's an idea for you. Another would be, don't just support our small business in town, but support another local business and get takeout from them. So I love olives and peppers. That's my favorite place to go here in Penn Township. So if I were going to be doing the igloo dinner, I would hope that I didn't have to cook that night and I would opt in for takeout from olives and peppers. So anyways, I would encourage you to maybe think about your favorite restaurant and get takeaway and have it outside so there's less work for you. Or the opposite end, this is what we did last year when we surprised our kids with a really cool picnic outside. We made a very special home cooked meal that we had outside waiting for them. When they came outside, their jaws dropped when they saw what we had planned. So that was the opposite side of the spectrum, where we did have a really nice home cooked meal. So regardless, I would encourage eating inside of it. Another thought could be if you like to do gingerbread houses, and you don't have to do gingerbread houses with kids. Sometimes people think, oh, that's a little kid activity. No, gingerbread houses can be fun with your partner, your friends, anybody. Like, it's just nice to take a minute and do things that take you back to maybe the nostalgia of childhood that you looked forward to when you were young. So gingerbread houses could definitely be an option. Another option, this is kind of like a unique idea, but you could do some holiday wrapping out there in the igloo. We know that it's going to be lit, it's going to be warm. You're going to have the space to sit on the floor, which is where I personally love to wrap gifts, is sitting on the floor. So you could do a holiday gift wrapping night. Maybe you rent the igloo for you and your best friend, and you say, all right, bring your stuff. We're going to sit out here in this igloo. We're going to drink wine. We're going to listen to Christmas music, and we're going to wrap presents. So that's an option. Another thing could be, we will have a basket in there, in particular if you tell me you have little kids. So some of you are renting the igloo for like girls' nights out. You don't want the children's holiday books, but some of you do. And so if you mention that to me, I'll make sure that it's in there. But I have a ton of really great holiday books. And so you could sit in there as a family and you could read some holiday books with your children or whoever you invite to be a part of it. In addition to that, you could look at this differently. I love togetherness with couples, and alone time and time to just be present and just be. One of my favorite things to do with Kevin, this is actually something we do every quarter, is we do a recap of the quarter, and then we do some future casting for what we want to accomplish in the next quarter. We do this on a large scale together at the first of the year. So during the holidays, right before New Year's, we go ahead and we go away for a trip. And on that trip, we do goal setting for the following year. And we were very intentional about like different categories and reflection on what we accomplished in the past year. And it's a really beautiful event for Kevin and I to connect as a couple. And so while I know that this is a holiday theme, New Year's is coming. And so it would make sense to sit out there together and have a conversation like this, where you just recap the past year, and you do a little bit of goal setting for 2026. So that could be a cool idea. Another could be, you could take a craft outside. So maybe you want to do a holiday craft with your family. You could take crafts out and do that. You could have a movie night. Some people have projectors. We're not supplying that, but if you wanted to get one, you could get one of those. They have different like portable projectors and screens, and you could watch a holiday movie out there. That would be really cool. The last thing that I will say as far as like ideas go is, I mentioned it, but with the igloo, there's two prices. The one price is for just the igloo and the contents inside of it based on the theme that you pick. There's also an option to add on. We bought a fire pit for those families who don't have one. We know that we build a lot of backyards that always, fire pits are like always, it's like a given. If someone's buying a patio from us, they're usually always wanting a fire pit too, because people just love that. But we realize that there are families who don't have fire pits and they don't get to experience that excitement of like having a fire. And so we bought a solo stove to go with this. In the event that you want to add that on, we'll provide the solo stove, we'll provide the sticks to make s'mores, and then also the wood that you might need, as well as the lighter. So you could sit out there, obviously no fire in the igloo. we put it a little ways away. But you could sit outside and have a fire and just, hang out in the igloo and just have a really fun night. And then also one thing that we did last year as a family when we had our special dinner is we put out, I just put it on the table. I called them conversation cards, and I just put them out for while we were eating our dinner. So rather than just sitting there talking about whatever, there were conversation cards that were tailored to the holidays. So I asked questions like, what is your favorite part about Christmas morning? What is your favorite Christmas cookie? Like, I just asked questions that maybe we didn't all know the answer to for each other. And it was just a really nice way to lead the dinner conversation there without, having the typical day-to-day talks. So these are all ideas. I hope that you can find them helpful. I'm open to what you decide to do in there, and I'm excited to hear, even though, we're offering these set themes. Every igloo rental is going to have a different story. Every experience is going to look different. And so I'm really looking forward to hearing from you and learning what it was that you decided to do with your rental night. So anyways, I'm looking forward to it. We are starting to book up and it's becoming really exciting. So I hope to work with you. I hope to come and get to set this up for you at your home. And we thank you for the opportunity.